Hello friend, welcome to my channel Petrotech Dealer. My name is Rahul Singh. Today we will study about normal and abnormal formation pressure. This is a very important topic for our oil field. But before I will start this topic, we need to discuss some important topic. Just like I have already written here: hydrostatic pressure, pressure gradient, formation pressure, porosity and permeability, bottom hole pressure, which are known as BHP, and formation fracture pressure. Then we will study about normal and abnormal pressure. All this topic we will clear. So let's begin with the hydrostatic pressure. Although all these topics are very important for our oil field. Okay, so let's begin with hydrostatic pressure, which are most important for our field, our oil field. Then hydrostatic pressure is the pressure exerted by non-moving or static column of fluid. Got it? That means if there is no any circulation or movement of drilling fluid into the well, okay, got it? That means fluid is in static condition in the well, and the pressure exerted by fluid column on the bottom or any depth of height in well is known as hydrostatic pressure. Okay, so I am going to write here hydrostatic pressure formula. Then what is the formula of hydrostatic pressure? Let's see. First we need to know TBD, and there is a constant factor 0.052. This is a constant factor. It is used for calculate hydrostatic pressure. And now mud weight. Okay, so if the density of the fluid and the true vertical depth of the fluid column are known, then we can calculate hydrostatic pressure at that height. If we know TVD, means true vertical depth, and mud weight. Okay, so we will put the TVD in feet here and mud weight in ppg. Then we can easily calculate what is the hydrostatic pressure at that depth. So let's clarify this. I am going to draw a well profile. Let's see. This is our well, and it is the full of mud. Okay, if you want to calculate hydrostatic pressure here or here or here, okay, so you need to simply put the depth. Mud weight will same at all point, but height should be changed. Okay, if you want to calculate hydrostatic at that depth, then you need to put that depth. If you want to calculate at hydrostatic here, so you need to put that TBD. Then if you want to calculate at the bottom of the well, so you need to put that TBD at that formula which I have written here. Okay, got it? I hope you have clear all the things. Okay, then put the value of TBD and mud weight in ppg. If you will not put in ppg and the TBD in feet, then the hydrostatic pressure will be changed, because 0.052 is only for TBD and PPG. Okay, so the hydrostatic pressure does not depend on the size or the shape of the fluid column. Got it? Across the horizontal line, hydrostatic pressure is the same. That means if there are deviated well, for the vertical well TBD will be same to the measuring depth, but for the deviated well TBD and measuring depth both are changed. Suppose this is a deviated well and this is the measuring depth, but TBD will be this. Okay, so TBD will be always less than the measuring depth, and then if you want to calculate hydrostatic pressure, then you need to put that height, and that means vertical depth. Okay, so by this using of this formula, and you can calculate easily the hydrostatic pressure. Okay, now I am going to start pressure gradient. It is also known as fluid gradient. Okay, then pressure gradient is the change in pressure per unit of the depth, which is a constant with a constant mode density column. Understood? That means if pressure gradient is known easily, we can calculate hydrostatic pressure at any depth by the multiplication of depth at what hydrostatic pressure is required to the pressure gradient. I am going to write here the formula of pressure gradient. This is the density of fluid or mud, and this is the constant factor 0.052. Put here the density of the fluid and multiply by 0.052, and what value will come, that will be the pressure gradient or fluid gradient. I am going to describe in easy way. If you have a 1 feet a pot or barrel and it has fully full to the top, apply by that fluid, the hydrostatic pressure applied by that fluid at the bottom is known as pressure gradient. In another way, you can say that the pressure gradient is the hydrostatic pressure in 1 foot. Okay, got it? So I have already shared the formula with you. So pressure gradient, also known as fluid gradient, and it is the hydrostatic pressure exerted by 1 vertical foot of a fluid. Just like if you want to calculate pressure gradient of fresh water, then simply we need to multiply 8.33 is the weight of in ppg of fresh water, so we need to multiply with 0.052, then we will find 0.433 psi. This is the pressure gradient of fresh water. Okay, and for salt water 8.92 into 0.052, and then you will find 0.465. This is the pressure gradient for salt water, and if you want to calculate of the pressure gradient of mod 11 ppg 9 ppg, simply put that at that place, and at that place you can find the pressure gradient of that fluid. Got it? Okay, I hope you will understand better. If there are any confusion in this, you can easily comment in my comment box. So I am going to start formation pressure or pore pressure. Formation pressure is also known as pore pressure. Okay, then pore pressure is the pressure exerted by the fluid trapped in the pores of the formation. Pores means the space between grains, means okay, there are the space between the grains. This is the grains, and the space between the grains is known as pores. So fluid are trapped in between these. Okay, and if they packed tightly, means the pore space is often filled with salty water and sometimes with oil and gas. There are salty water, fresh water, oil and gas. Anything should be having this space. Okay. So understood what is the pore formation pressure. I am going to describe in a simple way. Let's see. If these grains are tightly packed and fluid are trapped here, okay, and there are too much burden pressure of the formation on this, so formation pressure will be high. Got it? I hope you will understood. So next I am going to start porosity and permeability. In this you can also understand what is the formation pressure. Porosity means porosity and permeability are two primary factors that control the storage and movement of fluid in rock of the formation. Understood? Already I have drawn the picture and says the pores, and okay, then porosity represent the storage capacity of the rock, means how much size between the space between the grains. This is known as porosity. If the space between the grains is more, then porosity will be more, but if that grains are tightly packed, then porosity will be less and fluid will be compact between these grains, so formation pressure will be high. And what is permeability? Okay, and permeability is measured in the ease with which the fluid will flow. Okay, so in other word we can say that permit or allow to fluid flow from space between the grains, means how much flow fluid allow from the grains is known as permeability. Okay, this is the, if that grains are not allowed too much fluid, then the permeability will be low. If they allow to flow of fluid from their space, then permeability will be high. Okay, I hope you understood the porosity and permeability. So next I am going to describe bottom hole pressure. So we have completed hydrostatic pressure, pressure gradient, formation pressure, porosity and permeability. Now we will study about bottom hole pressure. Okay, it is defined as the sum total of all pressure such as static, surface pressure and dynamic pressure are being exerted at the bottom of the hole. Understood? I am going to draw a picture for our well diagramming profile. This is the bottom of the well, and that pressure act here or react here is known as bottom hole pressure. That means BHP is the sum of all pressure that are exerted on bottom of well. Okay. Static means hydrostatic pressure, and surface pressure means that pressure which shown in surface gauge like SICP and SIDP during well has a kick. Then there are some surface pressure in standpipe pressure gauge or SICP pressure gauge and SIDP gauge that will also affect on the bottom. Okay. And the dynamic pressure means that pressure which are exerted by either due to fluid movement, which are known as annular pressure loss. If there are fluid movement, some annular pressure loss will be happen in the annular. Okay, this will also affect on our bottom hole pressure. Okay, and there are, if pipe movement means tripping is going on, at that time there will be a dynamic pressure will occur, just like swab and surge pressure. Okay, so when pull out is going on, then the swab pressure will be occur, and when there are running in going on in our well, so that time their surge pressure will be occur. Okay, and in other video I will discuss about BHP in brief, how and when different pressure effect on the bottom hole pressure. Okay, if I am going to describe totally BHP and all situation of BHP, then this video will be more longer. So in next video I will describe BHP in more suitable way. So now I am going to describe and study about fracture pressure. What is fracture pressure? Okay, so formation fracture pressure is the pressure acting from well bore side, means well bore side to formation side. If pressure, okay, pressure react from that side at which formation will break down, means if this pressure which are acting from well bore side is more than that pressure, which are known as formation pressure, will break that line and wall of the well. So there will be loss or will be occur in our well. Okay, when the well bore pressure equal or exceed the fracture pressure, the formation will break down and start taking fluid from the well bore side. In other words, we can say that fluid start loss from well bore side, then start of loss. Okay, hydrostatic pressure of loss of and BHP, and situation will be more critical. Got it? I am going to describe in an easy way. If this pressure will be more than this pressure, then it will disturb this wall and break this wall. So this mud will be lost from here to here and goes to the formation, will be enter in the formation. And when the mud will be less, any loss from this, then the reduce and hydrostatic pressure will be reduced. So our BHP will be reduced and another kick will occur or enter in the well, and that is the very bad situation for our well. Okay, so fracture pressure will vary from area to area. If that cells are compact and too much tightly, then there are overburden pressure are too much, then the formation pressure will be high. Okay, so this is depend on area to area, where I hope you understand better. Okay, now I am coming our this marker is not working better. So formation fracture pressure has cleared. Now I am going to describe normal and abnormal pressure, which is our main topic of this video. So let's start. What is the and when pressure will be in normal condition, overbalance condition, and underbalance condition. There are three conditions will occur in our well. So let's start. Normal pressure and overbalance pressure, which are also known as trip margin, okay, and underbalance. These three type of condition will generally happen in our well. So if the difference between the hydrostatic pressure of the drilling fluid and the formation pressure is not more, is known as normal pressure. Means already I have discussed BHP. If BHP equal, this is a sign of equal or slightly more than the formation pressure, then this is the normal condition or overbalance condition. Okay, if BHP is much more than formation, then this is the very critical condition and formation will be breakdown. So we need to BHP control. Okay, and if BHP is less than formation pressure, this is known as underbalance condition, and in this condition formation fluid will enter in our well, which are known as kick. So this is also as a bad condition. Okay, and it is common to drill with the overbalance of 200 psi. That means we can drill with 200 psi pressure more than our formation pressure, which balance our well condition. Okay, then I hope you all will understood this video. Okay, I hope all the topics and have cleared. If there are any confusion, please comment in my comment box, and please like and share with your friends, and also subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed it. Okay, then thank you friends for watching my video. Have a good day.